Hey, welcome guys. I'm back and we are in the textbook Adobe Illustrator Creative Cloud Revealed by Chris Botello. We're in chapter 4. We're working with the transformation tools and we are going to start with 4-2 using the shear tool. So we're going to make sure Adobe Illustrator is activated. We're going to go to a file and open. And we're going to navigate to 4-2. Sorry, I get my weekend voice or mouth on and I forget to enunciate. Okay, so here we go. We're going to move this over so we can see both. Do a Command 0 to fit that into the window. And then we're going to do a file, save as. And we're going to save, yeah, we're going to save this as shear underscore your name. Now, on number 2, it says select all, copy, paste in front, and then fill the copy with the swatch name Graphite. So first you have to select all. Then we're going to do a Command or Control C, which copies it, or you can of course go up under Edit for copy. And then we're going to do paste in front, which is a Command or Control F, which pastes it in front. And then we are going to go to the swatches panel and we are going to look for the graphite color, which is probably, hopefully it gives us a tooltip here. And there is the charcoal. We want graphite. There it is. All right, finally got the graphite filled. Then we're going to click on the shear tool. I'm going to close this, make sure this is selected again. We're going to click and hold on the rotate tool to find the shear, which is right here. The quick key is O. And then we're going to press and hold Alt if you're on a Windows or Option if you're on a Mac. And we're going to click the bottom right anchor point of the letter R to set the origin point of the shear. And that then also, just like the transform, opens the dialog box. And we're going to enter 45 in the angle. We're going to verify that the horizontal option button is checked. And then we're going to click OK. Well, that certainly did not work, so let's step back here. I'm going to do a Command 0. I've already got this selected. We want to bring the, oh, you know why? Because I have the reflect tool. Such a fool. All right. See, this is what happens when I don't read directions and I just think I know what I'm doing. We're going underneath the scale tool. And I said it, I read it, but I went absolutely under the rotate tool. So we're going under the scale tool. Sorry for those of you that followed me down that path of no return. Well, actually, we're returning, so it's fine. We're going to click on the shear tool. And remember, we are going to Command or Option or Alt click the bottom right-hand corner. That's going to bring up the shear dialog box, horizontal. We want to make sure that the 45 is entered into the angle. And I'm going to see if, I'm not sure why it's not previewing it for me. That makes me a little nervous, but we're going to click OK. Oh my goodness, and nothing happened. All right, so Well, this is just how the real world works, guys. So I'm going to get the shear tool. Option Alt, bottom right anchor point of the letter R. .45 degrees for the shear angle. See, again, I put 45 degrees in this angle. Oh, here we go. And then you'll see the preview, and it does work. Hallelujah. Everything works just fine if you read it just fine. It's a great example of not reading it just fine. So now we've got it sheared. Then we're going to get the scale tool. We're going to press Alt if you're on a Windows or Option if you're on a Mac. We're going to click any bottom anchor point or segment on the sheared objects to set the point of origin for the scale. So it says any, Alt or Option. Opens up the Scale dialog box. We're going to click the Non-Uniform Option button. We're going to enter 100 in the horizontal text box, 50 in the vertical text box, and click OK. And then we're going to, since it's already selected, just go to Object, Arrange, and send it to the back. And we're also going to apply a 1-point stroke to the orange letters. So we're going to deselect that sheared object. We're going to select this. Add a 1-point black stroke. So we want to make sure that the stroke is at the foreground. We are going to go to the stroke panel. It's going to be 1 point. And it already defaults to black, so that's great. We're going to close this. And you'll see that the shearing is useful for creating a cast shadow effect. The shadow is cast from the letters in the foreground, and we can do a Command or Control S and then save your work, and then close this out. And I will be back in just a moment to work on the Reflect tool with you and hopefully read a little bit better the next time. See you in a few.